Hey, speaking of finding old stuff. Oh, look what I've got. Look what I've got. Got a big old telly. Cool. Got a big old telly.
My nan and granddad used to have a TV exactly like that in their kitchen.
Honestly, they could make it. Honestly, I swear, making bank is just about having a big, just a big room where you can keep stuff for 30 years. Because the amount of CRTs that you would see out in the street, as recently as 10 years ago, and now on fucking Facebook Marketplace or eBay for hundreds of pounds. Like, absolutely.
Well, just because they don't make them anymore.
Standard television, because they don't make them anymore. Because there's a bit of a interest in sort of retro video game stuff. Look better on CRTs. There's a little bit of, I remember when I had a CRT, blah blah blah. But these televisions that have been,
why did you buy that one?
Well, we got a podcast show happening in a couple of weeks' time, and I thought I'd try and judge up our little display a little bit by displaying some bits on it. But it's just I met a man who I think worked for some kind of painters firm in a car park, and I was sort of taking a picture of myself to send to him to say, this is what I look like. Look out for this guy. And
clothes on, presumably.
Well, I didn't realise that I had my camera up, and I was stood right next to a kid's playground. So I've drove up, and I'm going, hey, I look like this. And that just looks like I'm just taking pictures of kids by myself.
Again.
I'm like hanging out of a car, taking pictures of kids. But the guy said,
a woman come along and throw a bucket of water over you.
He said, yeah, exactly. He said, what are you going to use this for? I said, I thought I might do something with the display at the podcast show. And he goes, yeah, I mean, I thought that would be something would do. I mean, I was in France in my sister's house, and I was clearing it out for her. And I found this, and I thought, hey, someone probably want that. And he said, if you need anything in the future, you can only ask.
Huh.
He said, you've got my number. Give us a ring.
What was
if
his
I
name?
see it, I can't remember, to be honest. Neil, I think. He said, if you've got anything, I might have it. And so
right.
I've got a bloke.
Red rag to a bull stuff for you, that.
I've got a painter who's proactively finding stuff for me or something. I don't know what. Is this drugs? Is this a gay thing? What's going on?
Yeah, could be all of them.
Did he touch my hand?
I hope so. I certainly hope so. Because I just also say on behalf of the Luke and Pete Show community that your southern accent is coming on leaps and bounds.
Oh,
it must be because you live in Essex now.
Yeah, I mean, it's everyone, because you assume that. Like strong accents. You assume everyone's got a baseline.
You only ever used to be able to do. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's like kind of like a baseline of accents. You just sort of think everyone kind of talks in a sort of way. And I keep forgetting I live in Essex because every time somebody speaks, it's like proper big Essex accent. I'm like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Everyone's got big Essex accents.
I reckon yours. When you go back up north, do people say that yours has softened?
Yeah, I mean, I've not lived there for 20.
No, but I mean, do people notice it?
Years.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course, yeah, definitely. But
so
then,
maybe in 10 years' time, you might just speak like an Essex lad.
But then I've seen that if I sort of hang out with someone for an hour or two, I come out and my accent goes right back to where it was circa 22 years old. Whenever I do a show like David Cartledge and stuff, it's like it goes right back to where it was.
He's from Sunderland,
really.
Isn't he?
Yeah, but it's similar. It's weird. Every dad I knew in Hartlepool is from like Seaham, Sunderland way. Like my dad's from up that way, and so like his accent is proper Sunderlandy, Seahamy sort of way.